All right. I think we're live now. Pop out chat. Let's see. Can we get this cooking? Check's no good. Ah. Be alive for it. Try for it. Take one. All right. All right. Let's get this sent in. Oh, I just fucking. Man, now. 26 upside down. That's a 9 now. Live. Live gang. What's going on, yo? Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? Do I pay for this? Yes. Yes, I do. Here, let's do a Zen trick really quick. Let's do a Zen trick. Let's do a Zen trick. Behind the back. It's gonna hit the fan, I think. Fuck. Damn, I'm folding. Shit. I give up. I give up. I give up. All right, guys. Not really. Giveaway. This is gonna be an interesting stream because we're gonna do, well, since we're in the summer months, I want to do back testing for August. So I have August pulled up for last August just to see how we fucking do. And this will also be the determination for vacation or not. But we're gonna give away 10 codes for any size Apex accounts. We're gonna do a giveaway for the Forever Model Indicator. We're basically gonna do everything. So like I'm gonna do giveaways for all that shit. We'll do it at the end. So stick around and let's fucking get this shit rocking. But I don't even know why this does not update. Can I like reload this? Oh, okay. We have people in here. I didn't even realize. There's nobody typing. If you're in here and you're active, type 1 in the chat. And if you're ready for this shit, let's fucking get it rocking. Because this is going to be cooperative. So I don't want people just sitting on their ass, just like doing nothing. Because there's 51 people in here. I want people typing. I want people active. I want you guys rating setups. I want you guys giving me like your like depiction as to what you think price is going to do. All that sort of stuff. I have 2 houses, by the way, just so you guys understand that. 1 North, 1 South Jersey. And looking for another one. I mean, bro, don't feel pressured to like. You don't need to like hang around the whole time. It'll be uploaded on YouTube, so don't like sweat too much. Don't sweat too much. But also, you're in UK. You could wake up late for New York session. You don't need to trade London, so keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, the whole thing will be uploaded on YouTube. I'm actually gonna start the recording now. So the recording started now, and I'm gonna plug in this shit here. So let's get this. Make sure the chat is popped up. So I have access to this, and I can see what you guys are saying while this is going on. That's what I need. But again, like I said, this is going to be cooperative. It's going to be me going through price, but I want you guys also giving your input at the same time. Oh, they're right here. They're right here. I don't need them right now. I pretty much only wear those like when my eyes are like genuinely bothering me, but like I'm pretty wicked off of pre-workout and caffeine right now, so I don't really need anything. Anyways, let's get into the charts. Got NASDAQ on the left, S&P 500 on the right, S&P 500 in the middle, Dow Jones on the right. And let's start looking at our higher time frames first. What's our monthly charts looking like? Okay, let's remove everything here and see what we got cooking. So we're at all-time highs. So it's like a replicate. It's the same thing as how we're trading right now. Weekly chart in a weekly bullish fair value gap. I see that there is an SMT at the previous weekly highs right now. And I believe there's an SMT. So there's an S&P at the lows and the highs, as I can see right now with the Dow. So Dow is showing relative strength. NASDAQ is showing relative weakness. So that's the first indication that I already see right now. And this is the start. This is the close of the month. All right. Let's go down to. First, let's actually mark this off. Mark off this. And then mark off this right now. Let's go down to here. Let's move down to our intermediate term time frames and see what we're working with. So let me clear that off, clear this off. Get closer to this with a better perspective. What time is it? It is 1 a.m. So we need to get to, let's skip all the way to 8 o'clock. So what you guys are going to see is for all of these trades that I end up taking, we're going to focus on waiting for like a manipulation to occur at a key time. At primarily, it's going to be between a key time of 8:30, 9:30, and then if there's no high impact news on that 8:30, rely on 9:30 for manipulation with SMT or 8:30 with SMT, and then we trade the continuation at 10 o'clock if there's no 8:30 news. So my key times I'm going to be focusing on the watching price and the reactions is going to be 8:30 or 9:30. So let's go down to hourly charts and see what is going on here with price for intraday move. Now it's the opening of the month. And the daily is inside of a daily bearish gap. There's SMT that I see inside of this daily gap here between the Dow, or between the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. There's massive SMT here. So let's see what happens with this being the first stage of SMT here. I also see another stage right here. I see another stage of SMT right here already between the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So let's skip some 5-minute candles and get close to that 8:30 time. All right. So there's 8:30. 8:30, we still have this set into place. Was that a new... how do I check news on this? Do I just click this and... Does this show me like... Because today's the 1st. Okay, all right. So 10 o'clock. This is cool. I didn't even know this. So there's 10 o'clock high impact news today. PMI. So 8:30 is insignificant. So we have 10 o'clock high impact news. So that's our time that we need to... I'm going to mark that off with a vertical line like that. So as of right now, this is insignificant in price delivery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at some lower time frames just to see what's going on here. And maybe get close to that 9:30 time. So we got that high impact news marked off. This is kind of insignificant right now. 9:30 is right there. Let's skip a little bit. All right, so here's 9:25. And as you can see right there, you had a big move up. Big move up on the Dow, clearing out these resting highs here. I'm thinking that price will go lower based off of what we're kind of getting already, because we're getting multiple stages of SMT. This now looks like the high from 8 o'clock will be protected, but I don't have a clean relative draw that I could use besides like there's like this 4-hour untapped fair value gap right here and this 4-hour untapped fair value gap here. So that's realistically the only low that I could see that's corresponding, that has nothing in significance. So maybe what we can do here is, depending on how 9:30 opens, I'm hoping if it doesn't drop lower, we can maybe take a short from this breaker. Can I short? I go like by 1-minute candles. Boom. Okay. Skip. Let's mark this off here. If price can get up into that. Dow is showing here. Here's another thing that you guys can note too. And no, you can't swing on futures. This is something that's very important. When one asset shows relative strength and the other one shows relative weakness, the S&P 500 will always be in the middle, as you can see right now. What I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the limits, or I'm going to put a limit at, let's say, let's play out price a little bit more, see what happens. No. One tweet is all it takes. YM tagged. Pump orange. Jesus. Are we going to neglect this SMT that we have up here? Dow's flipping now. Let's see what happens in that 5-minute candle close. Inverse that 5-minute gap. Is the SMT still set in there? I don't think so. It's SMT here now. 10 o'clock, high impact news. Keep that in mind. That's still into play. Nothing yet. $10 o'clock comes in. I'm still thinking shorts, and there's relative equal lows here. We inverse this gap here. This wouldn't be a bad short. Just like that. Inverse that 5-minute gap. Or we could wait for, actually, I'll just stick to the forever model. For an order block right there. If we close below. All right, let's see. Let's put a short here at this order block right there. First stop at that candle high. And let's look for a 1 to 2 like that. So it's not going to tag us in. All right, I'm canceling the limit. Whenever I don't hit my execution and it runs to my take profit, like a 1 to 2 risk to reward, that's my trigger to cancel the limit right there. That's my, like, I'm not going in again, or I'm not looking to take it. But you could have gotten in on that 5-minute inverse there if you wanted to. But I waited for the closure below that up close candle that ran that short-term high, and that didn't tag me in. And it reached a 1 to 2, so therefore, limit's canceled. Make sense? But shorts were the play with that daily SMT, hourly SMT, so first stage, second stage, short. And then price ran lower. Now, majority, since the fact that it is moved towards like the end of this day, I'm going to move. I don't need a high. You guys will also see this. I don't need. This is framed from a daily bearish fair value gap here with SMT. So this would have been labeled as an A+ setup, just like this. This would have been it for an hourly short, even like utilizing this down close candle here, or this up close candle here as an order block. But I'm keeping in mind and factoring in the fact that this is a setup that I would be taking and being in one day, out the same day. So it's not like I can get in and like do like a swing position. So that's not on my radar. I'm looking to take trades on the 5 to 15 minute time frame. That's what I'm going to be doing. Basically mimicking everything that I do from my YouTube channel. So let's see how we do and move forward from here. So at this point, seeing how price expanded lower, we ran already taken down to these lows, I would have walked away. I would be done for the day, and I wouldn't be looking to take any more trades. It's recording already. Like, there's nothing for you to worry about at all. Nothing for you to worry about. Got it, y'all. Got it, y'all. Nothing for you to be worried about. But let's skip and move on to this next trading day because I wouldn't be wanting to participate in after that. Go down to 6 and 7. Wow, talk about a good bleed. And it was a daily internal to external range move. So the shorts were the play. All right. New day. What do we have? What do we have? So previous day, big expansion. Friday's trading day. Let's go into this hourly. This is pretty dry here. And we already ran out this liquidity pool. This might not be anything. Where's the economic calendar? Friday, August 2nd, 8:30. Oh, wait, fuck. Is this a net? We have NFP. Putting on a hat. It's fucking getting hot. NFP. All right, let's go to the 5. And let's watch what's going on here. NFP. So that's the release on there. We let it settle for a little bit. Let's see what happens at 9:30. Okay, right before 9:30. Do we see anything? Nothing just yet. Maybe if the price expands higher back above here, that could be the manipulation. Nope. Nothing. Wow. That's very interesting. With a super dull move and flat body lows here. Let's skip by 1 minute candles. Dow's showing relative weakness. This looks like a dog shit trading day. Yeah, this is not it. This is not it. Yeah, this is definitely something that's gross. This might not even be something that I would like to. I mean, what time is this? It's 10:05. With this being the set in. Wait, what? Hold on. If you find a good setup, has SMT on the top and bottom. So, let's say I have SMT at the highs and the lows, but I'm looking to catch like an intraday move. What I'm primarily doing here is I'm keeping my dead focus on times of the day. And by times of the day, I mean like I'm watching the 5 and the 15-minute chart intraday and structure. Like primarily, let's keep it. Let's look at this 8:30 news release for NFP. Now, if we had SMT at the highs and lows, and news at 8:30 comes down, drops lower, creates a massive SMT, and then price expands higher after the manipulation occurring with the news release at 8:30. I would anticipate the manipulation to be set in from the 8:30 and then price to then have a continuation after that 9:30 time or that 10 o'clock time. So I'm heavily just reliant on news and key times like equities open. That's when I'm going to be able to tell what I'm going to be able to do intraday. Because if I have no manipulation in the market and I don't know where price has taken either buy side or sell side, I don't know what to do. Like it's literally just guessing. And that's how you kind of get fucked in a lot of your positions when like you execute prematurely, you're executing before news or you're executing before 8:30 or outside of a kill zone. You're putting yourself at shit exposure in the market. And you're not giving yourself like you're not putting yourself in a position where the market can like do damage and then you capitalize after the damage is done. You know what I mean? I completely, unless it's on the weekly or the daily, I'm ignoring the SMT that's occurring. Or let's say it's on the 4-hour or the hourly. Then I will. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of times of me fucking spitting in that cup. It's relative equal. I don't think that I'm fucking skipping this day. This looks like absolute shit. This is nasty as fuck. I don't even know what's going on here. This is a barcode, and this looks horrible. And you guys would ruin your accounts with this shit. This looks like trash. Anyways, let's let's fucking, I guess, move on to the next day. Skip by hourly candles. So you ignore an SMT if it goes against your setup and before a key time. I would ignore an SMT if the SMT is set in prior to my key times. I'm marking it off, but I'm being aware that price could violate that premature SMT. Where the fuck are the candles? Jesus. All right, let's all right, so we're at 7:59. Let's look at our higher time frames. Right now, we got a flat body open on the NASDAQ. How's this weekly candle? This weekly candle is fucking dying. This is dying off. I don't even. I rarely ever trade PM session. I want to be on the charts at literally the least amount of time as possible. I want to be done within the first hour and a half, 2 hours max. I do not want to be on the charts any longer than that. If PM session sets up, so be it. I have no issue letting that move, like letting that run without me. I don't see anything as of right now. There is an SMT set in at these lows here, like that, but that's not really a significant piece. The daily, I guess we'll have to see how this daily closes because this is the opening of the week, and we ran a major sell-side liquidity pool here. This kind of looks like a market maker sell model down to these lows, but let's look at the hourly chart and see what is going on here. What's news? News, Monday 5th. It is PMI 10 a.m. It's actually crazy. I've used this so many times, I didn't even know that I could do that. Massive SMT set in at these lows. Like, what the fuck? All right. Let's go down to this fiver. Bang! And that one goes down. All right. All you really need is 9:30 volatility, correct? 9:30 and 8:30 if there's news. Jesus, this S&P and fucking look at this. This is horrendous. I hope August isn't like this. This is fucking gross. Skip to 9:30. What do you got going on? SMT at the lows. This doesn't look. Is there a two-stager? No. I would have said this down close candle here. If that was good, then I would have done something. But there's no second stage resting there. This might be another day to let it go by. Did expand from that 5 minute. There's an SMT at the highs with a 5 minute gap, or with a hourly gap here, which doesn't look, I guess, too bad. Like that's not too bad. Not always need to trade every day. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, but don't need to trade every day either. High probability is what you should always be hunting. Like right now, this probably isn't high probability. Primarily because we're in such a low end of the range and this thing is like just fucking, we've already expanded so much. Like looking for an intraday move here is kind of stupid. Or like looking for a trade here, I wouldn't classify this as high probability, if you know what I mean. Like this shouldn't be something that is too heavy on your radar. So since it's Monday and I don't really know what to read for this day, I'm probably going to let it slide again. Because what comes after expansion? Consolidation. Massive consolidation. All right. We are currently still in a shitty kind of range. We're inside of this hourly gap here. I don't see anything at these resting lows. There's a big SMT there. Is there any economic news today? There is nothing from what I see. Wow, there's absolutely no economic news. So we're reliant on the 930. 930 is here. All right, 930. And what did the other pieces do at this time? We cracked the lows here. So we have this, just like that. Now, let's see what could happen here. Past this 930. Okay. Well, there's a bigger crack. We violated that. There's this small SMT set in here, still within this hourly gap here. And this is kind of like accumulation, manipulation, potentially distribution. Potentially distribution. I like that. These actually, this looks pretty nice. This looks pretty nice. These correlated highs don't have any SMT above. Let's see. Skip by. S&P 500 actually closed above. Is there another set? It's technically another stage of SMT here. Would you guys pull the trigger on the S&P 500 here? From here, or would you wait for the NASDAQ? Would you pull the trigger on the S&P 500, or would you wait for NQ? Don't like longing? All right, let's see. All right. Okay, so that's a good closure right there. With also like another small, there's a small like extra stage. Like if you look at the 5-minute lows here, like this corresponding low and like these are SMT with the Dow. You could probably get in, like I'll market buy in here with my stop at the low. TP 1 to 2 is practically right there. I'll do this for a half, this, and then I'll do this for another half. And like when I'm getting into these trades and like I'm looking for executions, let's say I watch price expand higher, what I'll do is pretty much like if we expand past my order block, I will get in on a breaker for at least a piece of my position, and then I'll leave a limit at a low end because I know price could potentially get down there. So just like this, we're expanding from that breaker, leaving behind this order block entry. So I want to at least have a piece on the table if price wants to run without me. You know what I mean? And it's fucking... All right, so we took out the highs on ES. Oh, I'm canceling these. Let's get this out of here. Let's skip because I don't want to click a million fucking times. All right, so that would have been a nice trade right there. But in this situation, we took the long from the breaker first with our stop loss down here because that was just in case price didn't want to tag our order block. That's like a big thing here. I'm like, if let's say price creates an inverse fair value gap and we inverse that gap, but we don't confirm the order block, I'll get in first with a position, start a position at the inverse fair value gap. If price confirms the order block, I'll add in on the order block. Or if price confirms a breaker, I'll add in on the breaker, something like that. And let's say we saw the S&P 500 take out those highs. That's a good position. That's a good time for you to reduce your risk or go break even, whatever you want to do. But that was a nice trade, while respecting and staying within that hourly bullish fair value gap. So that was a good play to study, pretty much. You know, that was a good piece. That was a good piece. All right, where did you guys go? I lost you guys. You're here. There you go. Why is my fucking chat bugging? Does anybody have questions about that trade? Do you find price usually hits the OB? It either will hit the OB, it will hit the breaker, or it will hit the inverse fair value gap. You have 3 opportunities or 3 ways of execution through these trades. 3 separate ways. All right. So I took that trade. I would have been done for the day because that would have been my daily objective. And I'm going to skip out price from here to the next day. And here it is. Okay, here we are. So this is what we're working with right now. Matt, have you ever considered regular trading hours instead of... No. I have not. I have not. I have not. This chart and these shits look like... This looks like ass. This looks like booty. 4-hour barcode. Daily is in... This daily gap here looks interesting. So does this daily gap. Like that. And this daily gap. Price should probably reach into one of these three. So I would assume that that's where we're going. I would assume that's where we're going. So let's watch. Also, guys, make sure, hopefully, stay till the end because I'm giving away 10 accounts from Apex and some Forever model indicator codes. Okay, 8:30. All right, there is 9:30 right there. Boom. 9:30 tags a daily gap. Okay. Tag a daily gap. Now what? Now what? There's an SMT set in here. I guess I'll skip by 5-minute candles. Both tagged on S&P 500 and the Dow, or S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, but the Dow is failing. Dow is showing relative weakness. There's no SMT at these lows. So in my opinion, these are vulnerable. If we get a bearish reaction here. If we get a bearish reaction. I got nothing right now besides a short bias. Okay. There's 10. That's not bad. That is not bad. So let's see. I guess what happens. What happens here? We closed below this down close candle here. And we do have, there's a little SMT set in here with a bigger SMT set in, actually a bigger one set in all the way here with the Dow because we didn't tag that daily gap. So that is set in practically like this. Like that. I think I'm going to take a short here. What time is this? 10:15. Take a short here with a stop above the high like that. And then target 1 to 2 like this. I think I'm going to do that. The 5-minute order block or inverse fair value gap. Because I'm anticipating this to drop. Also, there's no inefficiencies below that I could label off. So let's take this and see what happens on price. Wow, that's fucking really close. That was really close. Oh my god. Why did it trade up that high? I guess at this point. Wow. Okay. Did we take out the corresponding lows? No. Corresponding lows are here on... All right. That was a sloppy trade, but it ended up working with a SMT set in stop loss. But that wasn't... That was just fucking... I feel like I'm looking at a Head and Shoulders. And there was no news this day. There was no news this day. But note the stop loss, how I have my stop loss here. It was covering the entirety of the SMT. And it wasn't just the order block. Like, I literally covered the entirety of the SMT. But this is like, if this isn't telling you what to expect for, I mean, like August, like, holy shit, dude, my God. We didn't even sweep the highs again here, which is nutty, but that's fucking gross. It is what it is sometimes. It is what it is. If price is in a daily / 4-hour bullish trend, would you target lows or a PD array? Let's say price takes out a external high, like the trade that I took today. We took out an external high, or there was an SMT at the weekly external range. And I looked at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart showed me bearish structure trading into a 4-hour bearish order block. I break it down on the YouTube video tomorrow, but we had a run of a 4-hour external range liquidity pool that created SMT with the Dow. We traded lower, and I targeted a weekly bullish fair value gap that was on the S&P 500. So if you take out an external target, you could target an internal range. If you take out an internal range, you target an external range. Pretty much. All right. Let's move on to this next day. Let's see what's going on. I mean, if you have the account size, if you took one micro, you're just doing a $200 risk. I don't care about that. If you take 2 micros, it's a $400 risk. Most of the time, I'm taking micros anyway. But any time past my New York AM, I don't care about at all. Literally don't care about. Oh, I skipped past 1 hourly candle too quick. But like I can still see that price is still within this nasty ass fucking range. Okay. New day, new daily candle. There's no SMT at the lows, and we just took out the previous daily low, and we're inside of this candle's wick. 4-hour chart. We have tags of both 4-hour gaps. I don't see any of value yet. Hourly chart, same thing. Everything's corresponding right now. I got really nothing, and I don't like. I don't like this. This is like a fucking. What is the retail pattern? A triangle, bull pennant. Whatever that is. Let's skip 5 minutes. Let's skip to 9:30. Okay, here's 9:30. This must have been a news event. News days like this. Here's a great example. When price, this might have been a CPI day. I don't know why this did this. Was this CPI? I don't know why it's not showing up on the economic calendar. This had to be a CPI day. Had to be because it's after NFP. This had to be CPI. If price does this right at 8:30 and then you see 9:30 just look to fucking rip, this had to be a CPI day. Unemployment claims? All right, I trust you guys because it's not showing for me. So you don't always um, need SMT in the fair value gap. Nope, you don't. That's you're looking at You're looking at B or B plus setups. But like, let's say like price just rips here and like doesn't provide me a valid manipulation. I'm not chasing this. Neither am I looking to get in here or try and capitalize on a move when I already see the moves already happening with nothing that could validate my stop loss placement because this is just kind of out of reach right now. Is there any hourly lows going to get swept? Maybe catch something. Hourly lows. All right, well, this is moving pretty shit. So I'm going to the next day. How are you guys checking this economic calendar right now? Can you like go back and see it in real time? Or am I tripping? Oh. All right, well, if it's not showing for me, just help me out. Just help me out. All right, so we're back inside of this daily gap. It's looked like the Dow wants to tag it. I mean, it's still a pretty decent SMT like this, but I'm trying to focus on these same days so that I can capitalize on something. Let's see. Everything's corresponding on the hourly. Let's go. This 5 minutes. So there's 8:30. 30 ran lower. Okay. Is there any fair value gaps on the 4 hour? There is one. Maybe we can catch a 15-minute. It's distracting me. Four-hour gap for a trade. It's flat body low too on this 6 a.m. candle. Let's go here. Or flat body high. Dude, what made me add the Dow? It has been working like a charm lately. Like the Dow has been actually like it's been so strong in regards to like an SMT formation. And you guys already know this, like I've never really used the Dow or like have been like active on it, but it's been moving so clean and I'm still at the point where I feel like I'm going to take a trade on it. I just don't know when. like if it sets up like beyond more clean than the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, I'll someday find the balls to take it. But the Dow SMT is like needed. It really is. It's needed. And I've also noticed like the 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 crack in correlation. The Nasdaq will be in one sort of strength side or weakness side, and the Dow will be in the complete opposite end. Like the Nasdaq will be the strength leader while the Dow is showing complete weakness. And that's a good thing. If the Dow shows the complete weakness, it's just creating more SMT for the Nasdaq to go higher. Or if the Nasdaq is the relative weakness and the Dow is the relative strength, the Dow is just creating more SMT for the Nasdaq to go lower. If you guys kind of catch my drift there. We just got a 4-hour gap tag on the Nasdaq and the S&P, and we failed to tag it on the Dow. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. So we tagged it on the Dow, failed to tag it on the S&P, or failed to tag it on the Nasdaq. But what did that do? There's no SMT on the 4-hour. So I can't really do anything now, unfortunately. Was there an SMT creation on the hourly? There's no SMT on the hourly chart right now, besides previous hourly lows. Why look for a 15-minute buy model when you are coming out of the daily? I was just looking at an unmitigated PD array, bro. Like, I'm literally just watching intermediate term structure. Prices, flat body highs on the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle. I don't like that, especially dropping into a 4-hour gap. But there's no SMT, so I can't do anything. So it doesn't really matter anyway. Besides these previous hourly candles, but that's not really something that I'd like to see. This is pretty relative equal lows. Nothing that I like yet. Tag that hourly gap. Yeah, this kind of just looks like ass. It's 12 o'clock. I'm skipping to the next tab. Bruh. I fucking pray that this shit won't be barcoded like this for when we trade August. Be on my hands and knees. Let's watch this. 8:30. All right. Fair value gaps. Where are you? Got nothing. No displacements. Fucking hell. It's a little hourly gap on the Dow. Holy fuck. Never mind. Take that away. That's not a gas, not a gap on S&P. This kind of looks like duty. Sweeping everything. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is. Yeah, there's no way that I would be able to catch that. Wednesday will be CPI. So this Wednesday coming up. Are you guys kind of like catching my drift as how I'm like looking at the market right now and doing my due diligence? I hope it's making sense. I hope it's making sense. Yeah, like fucking God, get me out of that. This is barcode, yeah. This clearly like when price is like doing this shit, it's in preparation for something crazy for a high impact news day. And again, like I said, what happened after we expanded crazy from that opening of the month? Expansion leads to what, guys? It leads to consolidation. Like, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it gets boring, but you just need to be patient enough to wait for those setups to offer you the area of opportunity that you need it to. And you just don't want to get caught in those shitty range days because you'll end up blowing your account and doing stupid shit, all that sort of stuff. Let's go. All right. All right. We have a run of these lows here, from what I could see, on the Dow. Clearing this out too. Didn't tag this hourly gap though. This would have been nice. But let's delete that. Let's look at the daily again. Consolidation below a fair value gap doesn't give me a bearish bias. It gives me some sort of belief that this is some sort of accumulation to them for price to manipulate higher before it can then go lower. So I need to wait for that. Okay. Let's see what we do here. There is 8:30. We've pretty much expanded aggressively. I don't really know how to capitalize on this. That's a thing. Maybe you would have to wait for an hourly gap. We're in an hourly order block on the Dow. Should we take a trade on the Dow? Should I take a trade on the Dow or should I just let it ride and see what happens from here for 9:30? What do you guys think? Wait for CPI. Good call. Too late now. There's a hourly gap. There's an hourly SMT on the fair value gap here. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we could do something like post 9:30 or this 10 o'clock. If the 10 o'clock could be an open, low, high close. Let's see. In order for me to take something, it would have to be like if we swept out this low here. Okay. Swept that low out. Now, that's actually, no, it's not a two-stager. Damn it. I mean, maybe it can come back and tap the order block. I'll put a limit at it just to see if we can get it. Stop at the low. Target a 1 or 2. Place, limit. Damn it. All right, so that's not, I can't get in that. So we reach a 1 or 2 risk to reward. That's when I cancel the limit, but that's what I would have wanted in order for me to get into the trade. Even if I wanted to get in on the S&P 500, I still wouldn't be able to get that tag too. And even if I wanted to get on the breaker, it still wouldn't have tagged me on the breaker, even on this too. Just a little hands off. But so far, kind of slow for August. We only took like at least a couple. We took a couple attempts, but only 2 trades so far. I just started in the last couple of months. It's usually normal. It doesn't, as long as, like, I think the most amount of points I've had on a stop is, like, live was 75. But as long as, like, you're risking accordingly, you're fine. Just have proper risk on your trades. That's all you need to focus on. Have proper risk, and you will have nothing to worry about in regards to points on stop loss placement. Like, that really doesn't mean a lot. It's completely insignificant and nothing really that you guys should really worry about at all. What up, Flo? Bang. So, we tag that daily gap again on the Dow. And now, price is just fucking ripping. Playing music. Or some music. Some music. That won't be too loud for you guys. All right. Skip. All right, where are we? Where is price? Holy barcode again. Bro, isn't that crazy? It's been a fucking minute, bro. All right. Complete barcode right now. This is CPI. This day's CPI. Let's get to CPI data release. Wow. This was definitely a day where accounts were taken out on both sides for one shot, one kill. That's destruction right there. I guess that's an expected CPI after the previous day just fucking ripped. Let's go to 9:30. Bang. Did we SMT anything on the higher time frame? We tapped a 4-hour gap. We created SMT inside of a 4-hour gap. Maybe we could expand here. But where the fuck am I going to get in? That's the only problem. Like, where am I getting in here? Is it an hourly gap? It's an hourly gap, too. Maybe I could fractalize it. Oh, I would have I mean, I'm not trading at that early of a time. All right, let's see. And 9:30 comes in and says SMT at the highs. Like, what? That's not something that I like to see. The gym's going well, dude. I'm fucking leaned the fuck out now. I'm leaned out. I was like 175 pounds. I weigh like 160 now. Took out the lows. This looks like an absolute ass day. This looks like a duty day. There's still like an SMT set in here. I don't know if I want to do anything here. No. Nothing that I could do with that. Damn. Dude, NQ has been an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. It's been big on like double purge. Like running buy stops and sell stops. It's been huge on running both sides of the market lately. That's been a massive thing. All right. New day. Let's see what's good. I don't see... Only thing I see there right now. And I believe this is... It's literally there. Skip 5 minutes. That was a fucking explosion. All right, well, there's 8:30 and bomb off the break. Oh, this is CPI. Okay, thanks for telling me. So this is CPI. Okay. Let's see what we could do here. Got it. Wow. So I guess this is what I meant by saying like, damn, I'm fucking, I'm taking this off, bro. I'm fucking sweating my nuts off right now. This is what I meant by like, if price expands without giving me an area of opportunity, I'm not going to be able to do anything. AKA like something like this. And I'm not executing prior to that news event unless it's for a one shot, one kill. So that's like my view, at least how I operate. So unless this is a manipulation higher, I can't jump in on this. And CPI is running, or it looks like it's driving towards these resting highs. And we don't have any SMT at the highs, so clearly price is just driving, most likely to drive to here. Most likely these highs. So maybe price can give us an hourly gap. If an hourly gap can get ran. Got it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here's 9:30. I mean, I guess since we're expanding so high, should we try and frame a 15-minute? If we can even get something. 15 minutes to 1 minute. Damn, fucking, this thing is exploding. No, dude, I'm good, bro. I trade indices and I trade gold. Indices and gold. And I would trade pre 9:30 if, like, let's say CPI delivered us lower. Like, if we delivered lower on CPI and price created like a manipulation or an SMT set in like this, and then let's say like like this was the manipulation, like this candle here, just like that, and then the next candle post CPI or like following CPI, there was a series of up close candles that closed above here after the data release, I would have been in like that. Because in my mind, I would think that price would have provided the manipulation already on the data release, and then I would be executing after we had the changes day of delivery, and then I would go for a 1 to 2 just like this. If this was an execution that I would take pre 9:30 open, because I would assume that 9:30 open would be giving me the real move, aka the continuation. That's the situation where I would actually execute, like pre 9:30. But I also went over that like in a YouTube video. It was the copy my entry model timing. That was the video that I did where I talked about like executing like pre 9:30 open. Pretty simple concept. You're literally just waiting for price to give you a manipulation, and that manipulation needs to create an SMT, and then you go into the market because you want to label and you want to understand where are my protected lows, where are my protected highs. And in this situation, and like how we've been watching these past couple of days, I haven't had a clean manipulation in one side, clearing out liquidity, and then displacement in the opposing direction. That's exactly what I'm looking for and what I'm doing every single day. So like seeing this, I could literally just be done for the day and not care about what price does because I'm not getting exactly what I need. So like this doesn't really matter to me at all. I think that price action has been more challenging since the start of quarter two. But also, it doesn't help the fact that we've been in a situation where we have a president that can tweet one thing and then bomb the market, while also at the same time we could have a news release on tariffs, we could have a news release on the wars. There is just so much shit going on in the world right now that like it's just kind of putting us at like putting us at a point where we feel like we're walking on thin ice. So like I genuinely feel bad for anybody that's starting like this year. I genuinely feel bad. Like I'm very grateful that like I was able to be in a position where I made a lot of money prior to quarter two, and I don't really like I could take the summer off and be completely fine, but like this it's rough right now. But again, like it's definitely building character. That's a good point. Do I miss exotics? I do not at all. I miss prop firms that I could trade and swing trade exotics. That's what I miss. That's what I fucking miss. I think that's a nice hourly gap tag there. Some SMT set in. Mm. Can I get fucking an SMT? I'm not going down to the lower time frame unless I get an SMT and I don't have any. There was nothing on any of this. Literally nothing. Oh wait, I mean, I guess it was with the Dow. I kind of delayed reaction, realized that I was just looking at the 4-hour chart, not the hourly. Honey, my side, waiting on laps. That's fucking gross. I don't even care about it now. You're used to walking away. Jesus. Indices and gold drop currency pairs. I haven't even traded euro or the pound, and I don't even know how long. Like I literally haven't traded them in so long, just because they've just been so duty. DXY has been horrible. DXY has been dookie. Dookie. All right. Still nothing. All right. Let's see what happens at 9:30. Wow. Holy shit, the Dow's on crack. All right. Dow's on crack. Let's see what this shit wants to do here. This is 9:30 open. 9:30 opens. Yes, S&P 500 is kind of strong. This could be creating SMT. Let's see. Massive SMT. Where did we just drop to? It's also within this hourly gap too. Small one. Did we close above? That didn't do anything. Maybe if we can get above this. We actually did take outs. This isn't bad. We took out this short-term low here. Maybe we take this. Maybe we take this. Is that good? Maybe. Fucking accidentally clicked. I'm on a 2-stage SMT here. Let's see if we could sweep out that low. Not the NASDAQ. Okay. Dude, this is fucking gross, bro. The hell is going on right now? All right. Wow. Big ass sweep. Swept out this. Fuck. No, I waited until 10 o'clock. Because 9:30, the manipulation happened here. And, like, we had just such a, like, a sideways movement here on the NASDAQ, on the S&P 500. And I wasn't getting a clear read off of the Dow. So I waited until 10 o'clock, and clearly waiting until 10 o'clock was the move. Now this is something that looks more favorable because both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq cleared out more resting liquidity below. So I'm thinking that this could be the potential for the actual move that we want with the resting highs, the daily highs above. So I think that this could be a potential move here with the S&P 500 having that hourly formation. I'm going to do from here. Actually, say, what is this? I'm going to take it here since we already tagged the order block, but I'm going to put my stop. My stop needs to be relative to this. So I'm going to have to do this. Maybe cover like that. Slightly above mean threshold of that or slightly below mean threshold of the order block and this short-term low that got ran. So I'm going to take that there. Okay. Finger fucking hurts. All right. Put my stop at break even here. And why did I go break even there? Because there's an SMT set in at the resting lows like this. Another thing that you guys can like understand, you can go break even on trades when there's an SMT en route to your take profit. That's the best way to actually like go break even on trades, just like how I did it there. You would basically drag your stop, either break even or at a swing low that is protected. And the only way to know if it's protected or not is if there's an SMT set in at that low or that high, just like how I have it labeled here. That's what you need to focus on, is only go break even or only adjust your stop loss if there's a protected low or high en route to your take profit. Like this manipulation takes out a low, creates an SMT, and then price trades higher with a daily draw on liquidity, aka that daily swing high. That is exactly what you want to be doing in regards to your trades, or if you are taking like precautions to reduce your risk. That's the only way that's going to be in your favor, pretty much. Like outside of that, don't go break even. Accept the risk and walk with it as if it's a win or a loss. No like in between or any bullshit like that. Because I see a lot of you guys going break even or like complaining about going break even too early and then getting stopped out and price runs to your take profit. And you get to the point where you're smashing your computer screen. And I don't want you guys to do that. What's my bias for tomorrow? I have no idea. I haven't even looked at the charts. Haven't even looked at the charts. so we took out that daily high. And it looks like the Dow is honestly just like it wants to play catch up. Because this thing is just, we inverse this daily gap too. And that daily candle closed off that volume imbalance here, that new week opening gap. I have to put on a new song. Let's play. Yo, this is Skepta. But it's Fred again and Skepta. Shit's fire, dude. I saw Skepta in New York with Fred again. I always have 3 charts. Yeah, I saw him in New York, or well, not New York. He was in Brooklyn. Shit was so tough. It was a pop up. All right. All right. We are on a new day. Let's check 4-hour charts. Let's see if we can get that 4-hour gap or hourly gaps. Also, another thing, for intraday moves, you always want to at least have a 4-hour or an hourly gap as a key level. Or you're running external 4-hour hourly highs. My favorite, I don't really drink beer, bro. I just drink tequila. I'm being completely honest with you. Like, if I'm going out, like, I'd rather, there's no shot that I'm drinking just beer. 1, I'll have to piss a shit ton. And 2, it is not what gets me going. Give me a tequila Red Bull and I'm a fucking monster. All right, there's the hourly gap on NQ. New song. Okay. Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay. So we have hourly SMT. That is cool. That we done, right? Where am I gonna get the fuck in here? It's a big ass move. Damn, to a lifestyle. So I'm looking for another stage of SMT set in here on NQ and ES. 5-minute lows ran on the Dow, but that wick is crazy. What do you have? Bro, no. Give tequila to a girl? Fuck no. Tequila is literally like God's gift, bro. Tequila is amazing. That's a given. Number one. I might take. What are you guys leaning right now? What do you guys think about this? Is this something that there's not? I don't really have a POI besides this down close candle all the way down here. Yeah, I literally couldn't have. I would have wanted to long, but I didn't really have a POI to long from. $43.01 shit. Wanna do is pop style. Ran the highs. Damn, fucking Dow is a barcode. Jesus Christ, what the hell is happening? This is dookie. Damn. No. No, 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 no. Yeah, clearly it was a 10 a.m. reversal with SMT at the highs. Let's like kind of look at that really quick. But I wouldn't even like. Price has been so bullish. I don't really want to like short that shit. Also, I would have missed my entry. Like I would have wanted to get in on this order block here, or I would have wanted to at least get in on this order block here, or even if I could have gotten on this order block here, that ran the highs here, it would have missed this entry, and this one. I would have been missed on every single one, and I would. I'm not executing all the way down here. Fuck that. I got murdered on a breaker entry from last week. I think it was Thursday. I'm skipping through this. This is butt. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Stress a little more. Go high. Maybe we take this. Bang. This is a two-stager. I think I'll take this. We have an hourly SMT. We have an hourly gap. We have a two-stage SMT setting in here. Close above that down close candle. I think I'm going to take this. Take that. Put my stop loss at the low here. Let's target the resting highs. Resting highs here. Maybe we could do that. Looks good. All right, let's try it. Gave it a kiss. And stop. Well, that's the first loss of the day. But it was a good trade idea. We had hourly gap with an SMT set in. We're within the kill zone. We had a second stage of SMT set in here with the S&P 500 running the lows. We had a closure above a down close candle that ran a short-term low, and then price then came down lower. That's a good journal, good trade. I would take that nine times or 100 times out of 100. I'm playing the same song again, am I? No, it's not too late. And equilibrium. What are you talking? I don't know. I don't use equilibrium. I don't use that. But let's move on to the next day. Oh my God! Look at price. If we had our stop loss set in at the resting low, at the low, we would have been fine. That is what it is. Actually, now it kind of came back down. Do I still take pillows? Does this answer your question? I did something diabolical on July 4th weekend. One of my boys, dude, had a 50 milligram Zyn pouch. They don't sell them in stores. He has to buy them online and get them shipped from across the country or some shit. 50 milligrams. I put it in. I'm not even joking when I say I could not stand up, could not see straight, and I didn't throw up, but it was like I felt like my entire body was tingling. Bro, I can't do that. Like I literally was like I gave him like my Zyn. I was like, "Yo, like you want like a 6?" I was like, "Can you handle that?" Cuz I thought he was going to be like, "Yo, do you want 3s?" Or do you have 3s? And then he goes, "Nah. Hold on, I'll be right back." Goes to his car and just pulls out those fucking cannons. And I'm just like, I took it because I wasn't trying to be a pussy, and I got put on my ass. Like, so fucking humbled. So humbled. It was crazy. It was dirty. I couldn't handle it at all. Very shit experience. Shitty ass experience. Oh, fuck. All right, let's move into this next day. Nasty, nasty, nasty price. Nasty, nasty, nasty price. Next song. I need to play like fucking like pop. Axel. Cool. Yo, have you ever tried putting your Zins or your pouches in the freezer? Freezer tarps. Freezer tarps. I don't know. I got nothing that I can frame right now on the hourly. Pick them up. Let's go to 9:30. 9:30. We have a manipulation lower on the on the Nasdaq. We're inside of an hourly gap here. There's an SMT set in like that. Maybe we can capitalize on something here. Coco. Baby. Roulette, baby. Oh, shit. Okay. And that SMT is now gone. Never mind. It's kind of still in there. But it still looks like dookie. I'm skipping through that. It's still in beta right now. I'm going to Sweden. I'm going to I need to go to Marbella. I need to go to Ibiza. I'm doing like a big Euro trip next year, I think in February for like a month or two. But my current workout split Monday is, oh my god, what the hell was that? Oh my fuck. This is fucking insane. I won't go to Germany. I won't go to Germany. Monday, chest tries. Tuesday, back buys. Wednesday, legs and abs. Thursday, shoulders. Friday, arms. Saturday, I'll fuck around. Cardio. Something like that. Your split can be simple as fuck. You just need to make sure you're getting your protein in. That's literally the main focus for anybody. Oh, and Mykonos, yeah. And Mykonos. Massive SMT set in now. Like, what is going on here on price? This price action for August has been horrendous, guys. Every day has been like fucking barcode after barcode. Like, holy fuck. Shit is that dookie. Shoot it any up. Alright, I just skipped to early time. Alright. So an SMT at the highs. How's the daily look? Previous daily highs. It's the only SMT that we have on the daily. There's an untapped daily gap down here. Let's see what happens at 9:30. If 9:30 wants to displace. That's a fucking big move. That's a big move. All right. I don't really got anything right now. That's gone. This SMT's gone. Did we create anything on the daily? Oh, shit. This is SMT on the daily here. I guess. My God, the Dow is getting fucking creamed. There's another SMT set in here. In the 5 minute with the S&P 500. Yo. What is good with you guys? What is good with you guys, yo? This doesn't look too bad, at least if we're talking about, depending on how this hourly candle closes. Since we have a daily SMT, we have a short-term high here that gets ran. If we close below this this up close candle here, this looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind this. So let's see. Maybe we could focus on the daily or on the hourly. Let's see if we can focus on that. But I'm down to cut ties for it. Let's try that. With the daily gap below. Oh, my bad. I was too busy on the charts. What a fucking tag. Oh my God. That was fucking nice. Ew. Ew. And I accidentally had my limit a little lower. But fuck. I'm not complaining. Damn. That was fucking fast. For an hourly entry? Jesus. Oh my God. The second that I play Element by Pop Smoke, too. Bang. It tastes like peaches. I don't need it. That was fire. I put my stop because it was an hourly entry, so I put my stop loss at the candle that ran the short term high. Because if I did my stop loss all the way up there, like all the way up here, the risk to reward down to even to the daily gap is only a 1.55. But if I can get in something, if I'm doing an hourly execution, I need to do a smaller target because I need to figure out how much more can the daily candle expand, you know? Because you got to factor that in, like, how much have we already moved prior? If I'm taking an hourly entry, how much more can we actually expand? I'm cold-hearted. And, like, dude, we've been dealing with some shit-ass PA. Like, look at this broadening formation on the Dow on the right. But I really want to see price tag this daily gap here. That would be fire. If we can tag the daily gap. Oh, okay. Bang. Bang. Okay. Don't go that low. Stay within the daily gap. I think it closed it off. I'm not going to lie. It did. The S&P 500 stayed inside. Stayed inside. This is the setup. You partial 80% at 2R. Yeah, that's a fact. You definitely leave runners at that point. I agree with you there. When you have external targets like that, that's definitely the right move. Definitely the right move. Money move to compensate. Price is kind of shitty here. No kids. How about I shake the room? Flat body opens on NASDAQ or on Dow and the S&P. Is there anything here? No manipulation just yet. Nothing here. Nothing energetic that I care about. There's 930. 930 fair value gap on the hourly. Dow's kind of moving. It's an SMT like this. So 930 came in, swept lower. Fuck. I would have done this. I would have gotten in here. If we closed above that down close candle, I would have bought right there. Because 930 here manipulated and provided an SMT. That's what I'm talking about in regards to framing our trades. I'm looking for that key time to give me a manipulation, clear out a liquidity pool, and then run in the opposing direction just like this. But this was unfortunate because it provided like this. I would have been watching this, and this could have been a scenario where you bought the inverse fair value gap if we closed above it like this at like a reduced risk play with your stop loss at the low. Like I would have, if I was watching this live, I would be looking at this. I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm buying in here. I'm putting it at, I'm doing a starter position, 0.5% risk, stop loss at the low. If price confirms the order block, I'll add into the position again. And then I would have targeted a 1 to 2 risk to reward. That would have been the scenario of me like starter position just in case price doesn't confirm the order block and tag us in and then go higher. This would have been an A rated setup because it's the weaker pair. A plus is the stronger pair. But that's exactly what I would be doing in this sort of scenario. We did expand higher into this hourly gap. Holy fuck. Rip if you held runners. God damn, that's fucking nuts. That's a crazy drop. On to the next day. I held runners for fuck's sake. I'm on to the next day. Oh my god. That's funny. I'm clearing this out. There's no SMT at these lows from what I can see between the three. We're trading inside of a big 4-hour gap. Some SMT built up. Major SMT, actually. Like this. Now let's see if there's anything on the 5. All right. Big move. Up into what? We have an hourly gap here. This is actually not too bad for like a short off of like an hourly bearish order block. Like there's an SMT at the previous daily highs and a big SMT all the way up here. Like I'm looking at this hourly. We inverse the hourly gap. We closed below this hourly fucking up close candle that ran a short-term high like this. And we have an hourly bearish fair value gap. I think I'm going to take another hourly sell here. Does this make sense to you guys? I think this looks good. And like looking for another 1 to 2 just like this. No, I mean I don't need to use YM when I already have the SMT set in with the what's it called? I have the SMT already set in with fucking ES. And Dow's showing the relative strength. Good night, Brody. Let's take that. Let's look at the 5-minute too. Now, if this 5-minute even closes below here, because technically it's like this, and if we weren't even taking an hourly entry, it could have been like this. Because we're in an hourly gap. So what I could do here is pyramid in like this from that order block. Just like this. Because we have all this SMT built up right now. Inside of an hourly gap, previous daily high run, SMT, and hourly bearish order block. So I think I'm going to do this. Put a 0.5% on. And sell limit right there. Oh, you fucker. Well, it missed my other limit. Unfortunately. Like literally, look at how close. We missed that limit by, that would have been a banger too. We missed by 1 point. That would have been so clean. But this is the textbook shit that you want. Like note all of these trades that I'm taking right now. Note them all. And look at the key times that I'm looking at for all of my executions. This shit repeats every single week and every single day. The key times that I'm picking at and I'm looking at is 9:30 when there's no 8:30 high back news. Boom, 9:30 comes in. What does it do? 9:30 manipulates into a PD array, creates an SMT, and then we displace in the opposing direction. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution move. This is the shit that you want to be looking at and you want to be trading. This is alignment of a higher time frame, intermediate term, lower time frame execution, and this is the same copy and paste process that I'm doing every single day in the group and all the trades that I'm showing you guys live. Like, it's all like a repeatable process. Key times, manipulation, SMT, take a trade in the opposing direction. That's it. Super simple shit. You just need to be patient enough to wait for the times to get those trades in. Yeah, it could be a high or a low. You just need to see a wick or a sharp move in one direction and then a sharp move in the opposing direction. Then you're good. We just caught a bomb there. Let's go fucking move on to whatever the next day could be giving us. Have mercy on my soul. My heart turned cold. Many men. Yeah. It could be a external range liquidity pool, internal range liquidity pool, any sort of manipulation like that. Double purge has been literally from Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday. Or sorry, Tuesday, Monday, and Friday. It has been both of those. Like, it's been absolutely absurd. And we took out that low, too. That would have been another point of, like, taking a piece off at the low and then fucking leaving a runner or whatever the fuck. Have mercy on my soul. Don't let my heart turn cold. Many, 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 men. I don't cry no more. Skip. All right. There's 8:30. Let's go to 9:30. I don't see any SMT. It kind of looks like Dookie. But let's see whatever this wants to do. Daily tag to daily gap on the Dow. SMT like this. R.I.P. Smoke. Nope. I already heard that song. See if they can create a second stage. Kind of creating it already right now. With all this is SMT again, second stage like this. Maybe we could buy the breaker here with relative equal highs above. Let's do this. Let's buy this breaker here. So let's say in this case scenario, we have that order block here, but I'm going to buy the breaker. I'm going to buy the breaker because we closed above energetically with my stop loss, like let's say like covering the order block, and I want to target these relative equal highs there. That's what I want to do. That held the poke. Yeah, I did see that. That shit was insane. All right, we got tagged in there. And boom. Done. Easy. Easy as fuck. Easy as fuck. Two-stage SMT, breaker tag, fucking easy shit. Like, damn. Oh, my God. Where is this PA? Holy shit. Let me fucking cook. God damn. Move on to the next day. Fucking done. Bro, we just need to pick our shots stupid carefully. Like, we just need to fucking be looking and being so specific in regards to what trades we're taking. Like, waiting for the key time, waiting for the manipulation, waiting for the external or internal range tags, and then fucking attack. That's literally it. But I think this is honestly like, this might be the end of August. How many days are in August? Oh, fuck me. I fucking skipped too much. I don't get mad. I get money. I skipped way too much. My bad. My bad, y'all. Let's look at this, though. See what happened. There's an SMT at the highs. There was an SMT inside of this hourly gap. You could have shorted this breaker here. Obviously, in hindsight. Remember again, what did I say? 9:30 key time. What does 9:30 do? 9:30 manipulates, creates an SMT, displays lower in the opposing direction. I'm showing you guys the same process every single time. 9:30 time, manipulation, key level, hourly gap, SMT. You put your stop loss there. You look to take a 1 to 2 risk reward or whatever it is. This would have probably been the trade like that, and then that would have been it. This would have been what I would have taken if I didn't skip on accident. But like, this same whole process of what I'm talking about is literally every single thing is the same. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm literally I'm waiting for the time. I'm waiting for the time to go in. As soon as that time happens to go in, I'm hammering. That's it. Let's go on to the next day. Percolated bitch. Is this making sense to you guys? Like, you kind of understanding where I'm getting at with all this, how I'm coming to my conclusions? I just want to make sure that you guys are like understanding like my logic behind me coming to these trades. Oh, dude, this would be just one account. Keep in mind, I trade 25 accounts. I don't trade just one account. I trade 25. And my risk per account is roughly $500 to $1,000. So you guys know when I was on a tear in the previous months, you could put 2 and 2 together as to how much I actually made. Let's do this. 8:30. No, I always copy trade every single trade together. Me taking trades in batches in certain accounts is literally a waste of my time. Like, why would I need to do that? Fuck that. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Baby, welcome to the party. Big SMT set in here. Let's see what we got on the hourly. SMT inside of that hourly gap. Shit. Big SMT. Like this. Damn. Maybe we can take this breaker short. If we close below like this. If we close below here, maybe we could take a short. Oh, shit. Never mind. That's interesting. I never would have thought that. I was actually on the wrong side there. We tagged an hourly gap here. We got an SMT set in here now. And the Dow fucking flipped shit. Flipped absolute shit. Yeah, no, I have a good accountant. And even though I have a good accountant, I still got absolutely bent over, like completely raw dogged by Mobamba. Like, it's not even funny. And on top of that, that doesn't even cover the fact that I take care of my parents. I take care of their bills and their taxes and all that other shit. Like, I don't pay for just myself. I pay for practically everyone in my fucking family. So, yeah. Once you start making money, you don't just you don't have to take care of just yourself. You take care of everybody else around you. Especially when you're like, I wasn't raised in a wealthy family. My mom and my dad both struggle, but now I have to be the provider for them, but it's deserved because they provided for me. So if I could take care of them, that's really all that matters to me. But it pushes you to work a lot harder. Like a whole lot harder. Damn, we ripped. I was definitely on the wrong side here. Holy fuck. What happened here? Alright. I guess I wasn't on the wrong side because the price dumped hard as fuck. What day is this? It's the 30th. I'm done. I'm going to stop. I'm going to skip to the end of the month. There we go. All right, show me the analytics. Okay. We kind of smoked that, I'm not going to lie. We kind of smoked this session. Like, absolutely, like, drill time. This shit was fire, guys. Like, we did fire. That was tough. But, like, holy shit, 2 hours. How long was this? 2.5 hours later. And this was what we got. Oh, God. I'll stop the recording there. But for the people that are in here, we have a giveaway to do. Actually, multiple giveaways. We got 10 Apex accounts that I want to give away to you guys. And I have some Forever Model indicator codes for the people that stayed. I'm going to give away 3 month access to the indicator. 3 free 1 month accesses and 10 accounts. But W's in the chat though for the people that are still in here. Just show me that you're still active, and I need to post this on my story. Oh my god! 2.5 hours later, and the boys are still buzzing. Sweet. All right. So, for the giveaway, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? All right, let me copy these. And I will put them here. I'll do the Apex accounts first. And honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the codes in here. And whoever gets it, gets it. Like, I don't know how else to do this. Because I can't DM you guys on Kick. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 codes. Actually, I'm going to do them one by one. One by one. All right. So, get your fingers ready for the trigger. These are codes for Apex accounts. They're good for the first free month, any size eval, and any of the brokers there. So you could pick whatever account size you want. If you put in the code, it'll be free. Boom, there you go. All right, first code going off now. That's the first code. Second code going off now. Third code going off now. Fourth code going off now. And fifth code, of course, guys. Fifth code now. Sixth code. Boom. Seventh. Boom. Eighth. Boom. Ninth. Boom. And 10th. Boom. All right. And now I'm going to do a giveaway for the indicator. Let's do this. So it is this code. Wait, hold on. I actually copied it this way. This is whoever can be fastest on the trigger finger. Indicator code. There's 3 uses. Go shoot away. There's 3 uses to that code. Go right at it. Holy fuck, dude, I'm hot. I'm hot. Oh, anyways, that's gonna cut it off for me, guys. This was fun, and I really am glad that you guys all stayed to the end. It was super fun, super dope, and I'll definitely do these more often. I'll do as much free education as possible. I'm gonna try and do more, like I'm gonna do like a free class once a week in the Discord. I'll do that. I'll do every other week or maybe once a week we do a backtesting session together. Something like this. A lot of free education for you guys that I want to just start pushing out, and I just want to be more interactive with you guys just to showcase, like, if you are actually patient in regards to your trading, shit could run fucking beautiful. And like just watching how we did this is a clear depiction as like patience will pay. and like waiting for the right opportunities will pay. Wait for the right times, they will pay. Like wait and watch. Like tomorrow's YouTube video, same thing. I have another YouTube video coming out at 10:45 a.m. Every single time that I'm going to the markets and I'm doing the same, I'm literally just making the same approach all day, every day, Monday through Friday when I attack these markets. It's not simple, or it's not hard. It's super simple. You just need to be patient enough to execute, and then be consistent with the executions. So, thank you guys for staying along, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your night. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another day. But take care, everybody. Be safe, and good night.